Hello everyone! We are going to get into our second cast game ever. That is right. This is episode number 2 of 2 so far. So we're coming into this game, we're at about 2:15, a little bit late, but still going to hold up quite well. Our champion is, of course, the Ghost Reaver. He appears to be a very popular person. Cast 100%, or he's been the champion 100% of the time. So obviously our favorite, as Jinx is going to get bubbled up right away. Not too much other than some harass is going to come on as Lux lands a very nice binding, but my mouse freaks out so we don't get to see anything that happens. So yeah, let's try. Alright, I think we got our volume going down. Should be good. We got some harassment going on top as the Lux binding comes in really close, but nothing will happen. It's really just a little bit of harassment going back and forth, and so far 0 CS on this Cho'Gath top lane. So a couple things you'll notice. This is a ranked game. We have Peggy 18 versus Pure Poe. As this Nautilus is getting really close, we could see a flash E out of the Xin Zhao, but we will not, as he's trying to come up behind Bran. But Nautilus decides to go back in, but we'll get the return kill thanks to the tower. These towers do a lot of damage early on. You got to make sure you watch out for that. We got 1-to-1 in kills so far. This Cho'Gath has been trying to get as much farm as possible, but minions are getting them really low. We will see the dive. A lot of poke on this bot lane, still going back and forth. But Nami's got those heals. Shouldn't be all too bad. I actually messed up a couple things. I want to turn the sound back on, so it's not just me talking. Lovely music. Gotta love the music. That is the best. Now, what else? What else is there to talk about? There's not too much as of right now. Oh, this is a live game that I'm casting. We're about 4 minutes behind, so I had to get into it and then pause it. So we're gonna. I have not seen the outcome of this game, and we're gonna see what happens in the end. So matchup-wise, looks like we're actually going to see a little bit of a lane swap as Cho'Gath is going to go mid. He's going to take a lot of damage from this Bran, who's got double Doran's Ring to the Doran's Ring and cloth armor. Wow, getting taken down really low. But no aggressive summoners, actually no summoners on this Bran, so we won't see any kind of dive coming out. So Pantheon versus Jace, they might actually swap back as Jace is trying to come down. Yeah, Cho'Gath will teleport back up to top lane. And that will be that. So, blue team down about, oh, what is that? About 500, 600 gold early on. So not too much. You can definitely come back from. This Brand has just got a lot of damage, and the stun will land. This could be another kill if Brand lands one more skill. I believe that will be it. Xin Zhao is going hard in this mid lane. Will we see the stun come out? We will. Jace should have his gate up in just a second. Although it will not connect as we see a gank coming down on this bot lane. Nautilus is going to try to get in with the dredge line. No, he's actually going to save it for just a moment as a lot of damage coming out. He's going to dredge line onto the Lux. Will we see Vayne try and condemn? She's a little far out of range. We will see it as the binding come out as Jinx is doing a lot of damage, but Xin Zhao is behind him. We will see Lux flash away to safety shield in the wrong direction. So that is the garage door behind me, in case you were wondering what that noise was. As Nautilus will dredge line out of there to safety. So yeah, a good counter gank by the Xin Zhao, picking up a kill for his team. And that will be that. So in top lane, I believe Cho'Gath went down again. I'm not actually going to back up to see that, because I can only imagine it would have been like the last time. The dive under tower and the double turret block. A Pantheon is very easy to dive with. I mean, you get to block 2 tower shots. You can do it early, mid game, late game, pretty much whenever you want. There's a huge CS lead in favor of this Pantheon in top lane. Currently 8 CS to 35. That does not spell good for this late game Cho'Gath. He really needs to hit level 6 and just get his stats going up. His damage is going to come out. Ignite is burning. The potions will not be enough to take him down. Or the potions won't be enough to save him. He will burn to the Ignite. So we're at 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Buffs are going to start spawning. Once again, now will we see this donated over to the brand? As we'll see a stun come out. This could very easily be a kill if the third bounce will not land, but the auto tech plus the ignite is more than enough to take him out. So yeah, really far behind for blue team. So their strategy needs to be to start warding up and staying safe. And actually, they're not being ganked all that much. Their jungler, he's done one good gank in bot lane, but that's been about it. They really need to play for the late game. You know, you might have to give up an early tower or two, but that's fine considering if you try and fight early, you're just going to give up more kills and a lot more objectives in the end of that. So it's really just trying to keep your waves pushed out. You have decent wave clear with Jinx, Lux, really all your mid laner, all your laners. Cho'Gath has got a pretty decent rupture damage. He might get taken out. No, not quite. The flash will keep him safe. Yeah, like I was saying with the Lux, who might be AFK, as we're gonna see a rocket coming cross lane. Will it connect? That is the question. No, it will. A cross map rocket, as we will see Jace jump on that Pantheon to finish him off. As Xin Zhao's going in the mid lane. He's going to get that armor shred by ulting first, although he could have just E'd unless he's saving it. A lot of damage going on to this brand. As Xin Zhao has some really nice ganks early on. So we've had some pretty good bubbles coming out by Nami, but she will miss that one. What else is there? So yeah. You really want to ward up, prevent yourself from being ganked, stop being so aggressive, because that's just going to result in you dying more if you're that behind already. And then having your jungler gank, so really keeping tabs on where your opponent's ward is probably the most crucial thing right now. And not being as aggressive. So yeah, Jace is going to try to come in bot lane, but wards will see that. And if he runs up, this Pantheon could try and snipe him. But I believe there was a ward up. Yes, there was a ward. Pantheon is going to be ult in bot lane. Chompers are not in the correct place. One more spear will take him out. Or the flash auto attack. As this Jace could be in some serious trouble. He will flash but still get hit by the tidal wave. As Jinx is saving onto that silver bolt to try and get the kill. But in the end, it will be Pantheon securing a double. As Lux finally returns to the battlefield. Got top lane damage going on. It will be another dive out of this bot lane. This Pantheon takes a few too many tower shots. Not able to get those stacks back up as quickly as he would like. And a Jinx rocket does some huge damage. This Lux could clean up. But will it be enough? She misses the E. Will get jumped on right away, but that ignite is good for the kill. And that will be that. Lux Flash wasn't quite up to escape that. As Jace is now in this bot lane, he will try and get this Vayne down. I don't think he will have the damage or the time unless he wants to try the dive, but no. He will not. And that will be the end of that. As this Cho'Gath is just getting beat on top lane. Jinx and Jace. This Xin Zhao will help secure the kill. And just a lot of damage out of the Nautilus in top lane. Although a 1-1 Nautilus versus an 0-3 Cho'Gath, while the Nautilus has more farm, that kind of goes in one favor. But a good rotation by blue team, you know, picking someone off bot lane, forcing them to back, and then immediately going to the dragon. You know, that's something you want for the late game. You pretty much, by taking this early dragon, you get the few buffs, and that's nice. With like 6% AD and MR. But more importantly, you reduce the amount of time it takes you to get that 5th dragon, which right now is looking like you might need it to secure a win. Because this Pantheon is just going to start taking over the game. Especially in mid game, because that's when Pantheon is at his best. So Lux is taking a lot of damage. Will we see the Yes. Q will come in for the kill. This Brand could be picking up a double kill, as I do not. The Ignite will be enough to finish him off. This Brand picks up a double, but Jace will return. Wow, just stuff going on everywhere. Don't have time to actually complete a fight. This is super mega death rocket. It's gonna pick up the Vayne out of that bot lane. So yeah, need to keep warding up. They've done a pretty good job on this bot side, getting their side of the river warded. The pink, and I believe that is Scuttles for the bot lane, but Brand is making his way downtown. He's going to try and pick up this Jinx, although the minion wave will be there to stop any kind of stun that he throws out, unless we see a flash or simply walk by, but the shield might be enough. They need to split. I think that shield will be enough, as we see top lane. Pantheon gets jumped on by 3 people. Cho'Gath picking up a kill. So yeah, that is that. I'd really like to see. Well, we're about to get to the time where trinkets can be upgraded. You really need to do that just as soon as you hit level 9. You need to upgrade your trinket. You know, put in the 250 gold, get it upgraded. I personally think that the yellow trinket is the best. The yellow trinket, the double ward, I mean, that's just so strong. And especially, I would advise that for this blue team. You know, just get your vision out. It's not as important to clear. If you're behind, it's not as important to clear vision as it is to just get it out. Have it available for your team so you could see people. I mean, yes, you probably won't be able to pick off as many people, but it's just so important that you can see, that you can pretty much just stop the bleeding from your team, but just by getting it out there, you know, making sure that your team is fully aware about what's going on the map. So we see kills just going on all over the map. So Jace is actually trying to save the Jinx with the acceleration gate, but Brand passive will burn him to death. Burn her to death. And these have been some pretty good rotations. We see good split pushing coming out of the Cho'Gath while bot lane's trying to clear waves. But we'll start to see a lot of damage going on. I would like to see this mid lane turret get taken out soon, as Tidal Wave will come out. The bubble will be flashed, but Brand's ult will simply pick up the kills. So we'll see Lux. The binding will land. Don't think we'll see the damage out of Lux, though. She did not quite have the final spark. The teleport coming down. And a really good double binding. And that will be easy cleanup crew for the bot lane. A good teleport out of the Cho'Gath. So what is next? We got Dragon in 2 minutes. You need to ward up for this Dragon. Even though I see no Sightstone, no upgraded trinket, so we can only have a max of 5 wards out, as there's 1 in Lux's inventory. But she is now down, so can't see that ward come out. 130 on Dragon Timers. Looking like they're trying to take this tower early, but Jinx will get put under tower. Gets chunked to a little over half, but Nautilus will Cho back in. So we see Jace is just getting destroyed, and Ignite will finish him off. Yeah, the tower lives with We'll look and see after this fight as Dredgeline connects from a really long way. The shield will keep Nautilus alive. How much health did that tower have? It survived with 122 health. Preventing blue from getting all that extra gold. We got Dragon in 45. We only have scuttles taken by blue team, and so we will see a teleport coming out. It's looking like they're trying to pick off right before the dragon spawns. I think the condemn will be enough. Huge ability wasted. That teleport. Not getting anything out of it as there wasn't a lot of follow-up, but Xin Zhao is behind enemy lines. But we do see Nautilus and Pantheon rotating down as the dive will commence. And Nautilus is here. Pantheon ults behind. So they're trying to take down this tower. Well, no, just auto the tower and don't flash. Okay, so in that situation, you really just need to take the tower out and save your summoners. I mean, you're not going to escape from a Pantheon, a Nautilus, and a Nami. I mean, there's no way you're going to get away from that. I mean, save your summoner, get the tower, get the gold. That's what they came for, really. Well, that's what they should have gone for. Just pick up the tower gold, open the map some, and ward up as best you can. That's what you've got to do in a situation like this. And yeah, because they couldn't see anyone coming, they didn't just take the tower and fall back. They will lose a dragon. Let's say are 1-1 right now. Gold is still in favor of red by about 5,000. Xin Zhao's going a little crazy. Will it be enough? He's got the auto attack block. But the final shot will take out Xin Zhao. As we do see the rocket goes wide. Jace is here. Will he see it? He will. And the flash over. Cho'Gath will scream at him. A little. Just take him out. 15 to 24. Still got about a 5k lead in favor of red. Brandy's gonna miss. He's gonna miss his stun. As Lux lands a binding, getting Bane to about half health. Blue team really needs to be careful of this Pantheon ult. He's getting down wherever he needs to. As Jinx is coming up with them crits. We will see the return kill. So yeah, we've got a pretty good line of wards for this blue side on bot lane. You really want to try and get deeper wards in against a Pantheon, especially a Pantheon that is fed, because you want to be able to see him when he goes to ult. So a really good ward by that Xin Zhao over on the blue buff. Gives him a little bit more vision. It makes your bot lane a lot more secure. We do have Devourer on the Xin Zhao already at 20 minutes. We're going to get a little bit of Baron vision, although I do not see that being taken for at least another 10 minutes, or maybe another 5-7 actually. Brand does a lot of damage right now. He's at a 2-item power spike. This Pantheon damage is huge. But as a Pantheon, you're still not invincible. Here's a big thing that I have like a pet peeve of. When people get really far ahead, like this Pantheon, you know, they're 12, 6, and 1. You need to focus getting your kills on other members, because yes, you may have the most kills, but I mean, you've built all damage. You're not tanky in the slightest. You can still be one shot like this Jace or like this Vayne. I mean, it doesn't matter how much damage you have. If you get CC'd, I mean, you've got Lux Binding, Cho'Gath knockup, and Xin Zhao knockup. I mean, you're still going to get destroyed no matter how much damage you have. So you got to be careful we will see Pantheon coming in. See, this is the type of fight a Pantheon would want to be in. Your entire team is there to back you up. And this is what you want to do. You want to start to get, you want to accrue more assists than kills. And just make sure that your entire team is fed up. It's just a manslaughter is going on. 4 for 2 in the end. I don't even know. There's not very many minions. We don't have the final spark on Lux. I really just ignored that entire fight. I was like, I'm lazy. So yeah, right now this is looking pretty grim for blue team. So they're just falling further and further behind. Well, actually, gold-wise, they're not falling that far behind. They've actually brought it back just a little bit. So they're at about a 4.5k deficit. And this kill would make it about 4,000 even. But Pantheon will be there. And this is what I'm talking about, where you can get picked off. Pantheon had engaged that, he would have just got melted. So what else is there? Dragon in about 115. Only see one upgraded trinket so far. That is on Xin Zhao. Really shouldn't be having the upgraded yellow trinket. I always believe in junglers having a sweeper as well as the support. And then having 2 upgraded yellow trinkets for your top lane and mid lane. You see a double bind coming out. Cho'Gath taking a lot of damage. He hasn't had time to get his feast stacks up. I'm just kind of curious to see what he is at. He's only at 2 stacks, so he needs another 2 minutes eating minions to get up to that nice fat 6 stacks. I actually didn't notice this earlier, but Pantheon went for the Blade of the Occult. So he picks up a red buff. It's at 10 stacks right now, 329 AD. This dragon's coming up in 10 seconds. Who will we see go for it? As Xin Zhao is just completely called out, but a lot of damage going out to the Vayne. As Jinx would only auto, there we go. But she will get jumped on by this Pantheon. And actually, Dark Ninja 411 will pick up the kill with the Nami little healing wave. I don't know its name. Was it Ebb and Flow? Yeah. I can always remember a spell name right before I hover over it. So that's always the case. But yeah, red team is just starting to get way too tanky. Though I'd like to see a lot more tank stats coming out from this Pantheon. So that's one thing about building like a Magi's or a Sword of the Occult, is that once you get it, you have to build tank stats in order to secure, like, to make sure that you don't just lose the stacks and lose the effectiveness of the item. So we do see Jace going in, but this Brand ult is going to be huge as it bounces 4 times. But Jinx has got the damage. It could be enough. We see a Guardian Angel out of the Jace, just to ensure he stops dying a little bit. What will we see? Jinx is going to pick up the kill. With Onami will pop with the Guardian Angel. But I think it's just going to be a little too much. But Pantheon could be coming in. He's going to focus onto the Jinx, no, the Jace, to try and save his teammate, but that will not go so well. So we could see a 3-man pinch coming out from Jinx, Lux, and Xin Zhao. But that will be it. But right now we need to see this. Oh, this is a really good pickup of Dragon. It's very convenient timing that it's up. So 2 to 1 dragons, and we really need to see this Cho'Gath heading up to top lane to pick up this massive farm wave. His Rod of Ages is almost up to full stacks. He's at 9 out of 10 right now. And we have 15 stacks in Sword of the Occult by the Pantheon. So what are we going to see next? We have some pretty good war vision for both sides in this bottom blue jungle. We need to start seeing vision around Baron, because there is nothing around there except for that one ward, that one little bitty ward in that tri-bush. So yeah, vision around Baron is probably the most important thing for both teams right now, because Red wants to get one person pick, because they can still lose this fight because there's a hyper carry Jinx on the side. If they can peel for her properly, keep Pantheon and Brand off long enough, she will be able to just mow through these tanks and ultimately pick up the fight for blue side. But if Red can pick off one member of blue, they have a guaranteed Baron. I mean, it would be so easy for them to pick it up then. But if blue get a pick, you're not going to see a lot of it. I would not advise them go for a Baron. I'd like to see them try and get a lot more wards so they can get more picks or go for a tower. So we're going to see a standoff right now. But Tidal Wave will come in. It's looking like Cho'Gath is the focus. His Brand ult has been thrown and will pick up the Cho'Gath. His Vayne is almost down. Xin Zhao will get stunned up. And this is looking like a fight in favor of Red Team, because they kind of got split up way too much at the start of the fight. They didn't really know who to focus. They didn't really select a target at the beginning and say, hey, we picked this guy, that's who we're gonna go, or hey, we're just gonna disengage as best we can and peel for this Jinx. So neither call were really made, and chaos kind of ensued, and that was that for the fight. So now we are gonna see an inhibitor, if not the game. Although we still got a little bit to go. We still got another 5 minutes worth of gameplay, so I believe this is just going to be an inhibitors. The time is a little bit, or respawn times are still pretty low. What are we going to see next? Probably a back from the red. I think there's about 3 minutes on this next dragon. Could see it even up to be 2 and 2. Yeah, what are we at? We're at, math is hard, we're at a 7k lead in favor of Red Team. They've kind of been in the lead this entire game. Those early kills onto Pantheon, he was able to take him and just make it so much easier for this bot lane. We're going to see a Baron start up. I'm actually going to check the vision, if I can, on blue side. So blue side has just a little bit of vision, but what about red? They have no idea. Well, they do since that Jace. They now know that this Baron has started, and blue team will pick it up. Now, will we see a clean disengage? It's looking like this Jace wants to pick up Vayne as soon as possible, and it will be enough. But Jinx is in the background, just shooting rockets, but will be taken out by Brand and Nautilus. So let's see. This Naut is going for Lux. I believe we will see it clean. We will see it cleaned up, but will Nautilus go down to the ignite? Will it be enough? No, 45 health, and then Ebb and Flow coming out to save him. 20 stacks out of the Sword of the Occult. Not looking too good for the old blue team. Kind of gave him a few too many kills and assists. He's really starting to take over. And Pantheon gets some more health. Get a Guardian Angel by Warmogs. Or Randuins. Actually, a Randuins would be a really good idea for this Pantheon. But we will see what he buys. So yeah, we're at 31 minutes. We still only see 2 trinket upgrades. And no sight stone. Makes me angry. There's actually, yeah, there is a sight stone for red side. Now this Baron is going to help them secure 1, maybe 2 towers, but we do see red team coming up for the dive behind. Pantheon will come out, but the Chompers might keep her safe. It will not be enough though. So where else is going to go on? Pantheon is looking. He's going to hop over the wall and just start to clean up. With that 500 AD, he's able to do a lot. We do see a really tanky Jace build with Guardian Angel and Banshee's Veil. You really only need to build one of those items. And in this case, I would have selected Banshees and just left the Guardian Angel. That is a 3 for 2 in favor of red. Now Dragon has just spawned. I would like to see Pantheon go on and take it with the Nautilus. But this will give blue. See, blue know that it's back up. They just pinged it. This would be their best tactic for trying to delay the game and get to that 5 dragons and secure the win off of it. But we see no good ward positioning right now. They warded a lot in this red's bottom side because they were just over there. But now they needed to rotate their wards more towards this dragon. Will we see the steal? Oh, Lux so close with that E. Not quite enough. As Cho'Gath is actually trying to engage this. But he does not have the damage. His Pantheon is behind, but will they be able to take him out before he does all this damage? Yes, they will. You see Branzel bouncing all 5 bounces. His Vayne is the next target. Will they be able to take him out? Jinx will get excited. He's going to try and come help his buddy Jace. Jinx is just shooting in the back while Jace is trying to kite back. Bran misses his stun, and that will be the end of that skirmish. So Nautilus gets called out, but you can't really go to shoot him with a Bran sitting at you. Will we see this Bran go down right away? You see Zanya's coming out as Jinx is at about half health. He will fall to the Lux. So it's looking like we want to see a re-engage. We want this blue team to keep engaging. You know, they're on the aggressive right now. They have a lead because one of the carries are down. So we see Cho'Gath behind. I think he's either at 0 stacks or 1 stack right now. Oh, that might put him at 2 since he just ate Nami. Fish for dinner. What will we see? Super Mega Death Rocket will pick up the kill. And we could see a counter inhibitor coming out for blue team. This is what I was talking about earlier. You get that hyper carry Jinx who's just able to sit in the back. You know, if you're able to keep her alive, she can just sit there and auto take down these carries and these tanks. We'll see Bran who's trying to be the hero. We will see 2 towers going down, and who was it that just fell? Cho'Gath and the Lux. We see Jinx get caught out with a stun, but will that be enough damage? Yes, it will. Triple kill for the Brand. Stun going onto the Jace. This could very easily be a Quadra, as he will miss the Q, but Quadra kill. Pretty easy pickup. Now the big question. Will we see a teleport behind to try and pick up this Nexus? Because they just took out the inhibitor and they have this ward. They have maybe 45 seconds to pick it up. But if Jace goes for this teleport too early while this Nautilus is in the base, it's going to spell disaster. And also Brand is now in the base. But we got a little bit of time, 10 seconds on the Jace. Now what will we see? Jace is the only one with teleport right now. So what you really need to do is bait out a Baron. And you can force the team. If you can force red team to go to an objective, all you have to do is teleport into the base and try and pick it up while you prevent recalls. I've seen this several times. There's been a couple in competitive play. Now what will we see as Xin Zhao has been pinged out in the jungle. It's going to look for a good place to recall. Now this could be the distraction that they need if Jace teleports into the base. This is what we need. This is what we will see. Will we see the hero? As we've got 4 members coming to try and deal with this Jace. Now what will we see? Will we see the hero Karhama. Will we see Karhama do it? I don't think he has Guardian Angel right now. The bubble will lock him up. It is not enough. About 2,000 health left on this Nexus. Now what are we gonna see? As these next few plays will decide the game. It's looking like they want to pick. We don't have another teleport from this blue side for a good while. That's probably another minute and a half to 2 minutes. So I think Pantheon. Oh, we're just gonna see him bum rush it. That's what we're gonna see. Pantheon and Brand are out. What are we going to see? This Jinx needs to get on the Nexus as soon as possible. We're at 10,000. One more shot. That will be game with Jinx sitting in the back. Such a crazy ending to a really scary game. The blue side was down for the entire game until they were able to find a team fight that just allowed Jinx to sit in the background. They took so many objectives off that, and were just able to kind of psych out the enemy with thinking like, oh, we're gonna go bait a little bit around Baron, but no, we're actually going to be on this other side, and we're just going to go out and clean up the Nexus. So yeah, a great game out of, what was the team name? Peggy 18? Yeah, there we are. Great game out of them, and we will see what happens on the next cast.